Hi Seema.
Hi Shobha.
Wonderful to be back on
Friendship
Fridays.
And I love these Friday meets of ours.
I know we discuss so many wonderful in-depth things about helping our minds and bodies, which is what we need in this day and age.
Everybody needs it.
Yeah, today I really want to talk to you about something that I find I struggled with a lot. It was to do with rejection. Now, when I wrote so many books and I would submit them to publishers, then I would get rejections. And then at that time, I was very sensitive and I'm very uncomfortable with the rejection. And I would feel that it wasn't that they rejected my work, but they rejected me. And that was a painful part of the journey of learning about, or rather unlearning, that rejection is not about me, but the work that I've submitted.
So look, whenever something, any act you've performed gets rejected, the first thing we need to do is step back and witness and really draw the difference between what you're submitting and yourself. It's not the same.
It's not the same. It's two different.
It's two different elements.
Elements,
generally, we tend to take it so personally that we bring about the pain of rejection upon ourselves. So, how to cope with the pain of rejection?
Yeah.
This is, a very deep question. Many of us, in fact, most of us have struggled with.
And I think rejection is not just, say, in your career, but also in relationships. It can happen amongst friends, in school, and any stage of life. We will expect that this can happen. Rejection is part of the journey of life.
And rejection also impacts our sense of self-esteem.
Exactly, which I shared so much about in my book on self-esteem.
Yes.
But it's just that it's different when you're writing it, researching it, talking to people. But when you actually experience that feeling of rejection, I'm sure it is painful for people to handle it, process it, and then what to do next.
It's super painful for everybody and anybody who experiences rejection. And it's easy to just go out there and say, oh, but it's the act that's been rejected, it's not you. But what are the tools?
Yeah, because the feeling will stay.
The feeling will stay.
That fear stays. Yeah.
Last week we spoke about self-talk.
Yes.
And the tools on how to deal with self-talk. So today the tools on how to deal with rejection.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it, Seema. Tell me.
I feel a very, very important process is gratitude journaling.
Okay, journaling, but being grateful.
So you have this rejection here on the side, which is pulling you down, and you say, oh, my work was rejected and I'm not good enough, and again the self-talk will come in again.
Yes,
I didn't put enough effort.
I'm not good enough.
Maybe
I should give up.
Compare it, oh, so and so's work is better than mine.
Yeah.
And, the self-talk will go on, and we water the self-talk. The seed is there, we water it, and we allow it to grow, and it grows bigger and bigger and bigger. Stop.
Yeah. Don't feed it. Exactly.
Don't feed it. Stop. Be aware, as we said earlier. Now coming to the rejection, this is all interrelated. It's quite interesting how everything is woven in together.
Yeah.
I would say sit back and think about a practice that is going to uplift you.
Yes. Tell me.
Okay, now there are many ways of uplifting yourself when you felt rejected. The first one is self-care.
Yes, definitely.
Really
awareness,
prioritize your self-care. Many a times when I have felt rejected in the past, I actually, initially in the beginning, I would allow those seeds of self-talk, negative self-talk to grow. I'm speaking from individual experience.
Yes.
But over time, with age and experience, I have learned that self-care is the best tool to actually really heal that wound of rejection. This is the word I'm going to use. Healing the wounds of rejections. How to heal the wounds of rejection. Self-care. I love to go for a massage.
Okay. But when you're dealing with that wound, I like what you said about the gratitude part of it.
Yes, that is very, very important, and I'm coming to that. So I say go for a massage, listen to healing music, dance,
Dance, okay.
uplift
Body
yourself,
movement. Okay.
go to the gym, get those endorphins again, sign in for a yoga class or a Pilates class, connect yourself with nature.
Ah,
The
yes,
rhythms
yes,
of
yes.
nature are very, very powerful. Just being in nature, or go for some forest bathing.
That's lovely.
You know the
actually. Hug a
Japanese
tree.
technique of
Hmm.
forest bathing, hug a tree, but most importantly, gratitude journaling.
Hmm.
So these are little things you can do, but coming down to gratitude journaling, get a journal for yourself, decorate it, get a very pretty journal that appeals, that goes out to you. It could be something with paisley prints, it could be something that has a leather cover, anything that catches your eye, because energetically what catches your eyes is what's meant for you.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Actually, I believe in journaling and as a transformational tool, and I love that you brought gratitude into it.
Get a nice pen, because this is something very special that you're going to look over the years and you're going to see how much you've transformed, and start writing 5 things in a day that you're grateful for. It could be a practice you can do first thing in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
which is going to start your day bright.
That's true. Yeah.
Or if you've got to do it in the morning, don't be harsh on yourself. Be kind to yourself and do it in the evening. I'm telling you, 5 things will not be enough.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to do this in the night, because then you're relaxed and you have your
Yes.
notebook and you have your pen, and you allow those feelings of gratitude to flow into you, to look at all the good things you have in life and to write
Absolutely.
about it. And therefore, the small things that you felt, the wounds of rejection, maybe will get healed when you talk about all of these or write about all of the wonderful things that you have in life.
Wonderful things that you have in life. And writing it at night also, Shobha, is a very powerful process because your body is relaxing and getting ready to sleep.
And also letting it out on the page,
Paper.
and then you can sleep
So,
peacefully.
you can start like, I'm grateful for my home, I'm grateful for, and when I started gratitude journaling, and this is something I want to share with all of you, is I started out with, I'm grateful for my children, I'm grateful for my spouse, I'm grateful for my house, and it shifted into little things like, I'm grateful for the fresh air,
Yes.
or I'm grateful that I have eyes I can see,
Yeah.
limbs I can walk with. It takes you on such a deeper level, and it makes you realize how abundant and how full your life really
It
is.
is, yeah.
So that rejection really has no power in front of what you have. It takes over. The gratitude journey takes over.
It's true.
And it opens you up. Look, you can either see your cup as half empty or half full.
I also would like to point out, Seema, when you experience rejection, so there is a way to rejection proof yourself, and that is to get a thick skin.
It is.
I mean, that's my journey and my learning that, okay, I'm going to be rejected for this, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop trying. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop learning. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop writing. So that's where I feel that having that courage is important.
I love what you said is being thick skinned and having courage. Just keep pushing.
Pushing, yeah.
Just keep pushing. And there's someone who very powerfully said that you fail once, you fail twice, but the third or fourth time
You'll make it.
you'll make it.
Yeah,
So it's only if you only win if you keep trying,
exactly.
right?
And feeling rejected is part of the process of
It
learning,
is.
right? Because you make mistake, you got rejected, then you learn from the mistake, and then you make things better.
Absolutely. And rejection can be used in a way to push yourself forward and say,
Yes.
okay, this is what's happened, but I am not going to give up.
Exactly.
I am going to strive stronger
Mm-hmm.
and be better
Mm-hmm.
and become the better and bigger version of whatever. So yes, being thick-skinned, being positive, also nourishing yourself at times when you're rejected at that moment, nourish yourself.
Yes.
Nourish yourself through healthy food, nourish yourself with healthy hair, music, dancing, meditation, breath work. Just do everything you can to nourish yourself so that you can keep pushing
And having
and
that
be stronger.
Yes, and having that empowering self-talk to say, yes, I did this, it's okay, it's facing reality. I'm going to now do
Absolutely.
something more, something different. I'm not giving up and I'm going to keep going. So staying resilient on the path is very important.
Extremely.
Rejection doesn't mean you give up. You have to keep going.
And remember, never give up. Ever.
Agreed.
That's what I always
I
say.
love that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Never give up.
Never
right?
give up. No matter what. I mean, it is a moment of time to process that pain, but feel it, experience it, but take a deep breath. Seema would agree with me on that.
Exactly.
Take a deep breath and say, I'm going to start fresh tomorrow. Write it in your gratitude journal that this is who I am, this is what I'm capable of, and therefore I know I can achieve.
You see, what happens is we also tend to hold on to rejection from something we
Past.
experienced in our childhood that's created some trauma within us.
Agreed. You know, that's such an important point, Seema, you raised, because that's sort of a mindset that says, oh no, this person rejected me. I'm not good enough. You know,
The self-talk.
Yeah, again, and we want self-validation. We want people to validate our existence. But most important is that we validate our own selves first.
When you validate your own self first, then validation just happens automatically.
It's the vibrations,
It's
right?
the vibration.
Yeah,
It's, whatever's on the inside is on the outside.
correct.
And it's how we perceive ourselves. If we perceive ourselves as perfect, as strong, as confident, as able, then others will perceive you as that. And energetically, this is what will happen for you around you. But if you keep perceiving yourself as, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm this, I'm that, then you're really limiting yourself. Your body language will shrink.
Shrink, yeah.
Your aura will shrink. Your chi, your levels of
life
chi,
force, yeah.
your life force, your chi levels will, not be as high as you want them to be. So always remember that you have the power to be and become anything you want to.
Yes.
It lies within you and your thought process, and nothing is impossible.
Perfect. I love that, Seema.
I do too.
I know, nothing is impossible, and everything in life requires a process. There's no quick fix.
No.
There's no immediate, like gratification. Everything takes work, takes time. Writing books took me a long time. The journey itself taught me a lot about myself, about my weaknesses, my strengths, and that's how I discovered how we can face life in a way that we can always be positive, constantly be grateful, and focus on learning more
And having
and
more
sharing.
fulfilled life.
And sharing, right?
And sharing
we're
and having a
doing
more
today.
fulfilled, happier, healthy, joyful life.
Life.
Isn't that what we all want?
Exactly.
And isn't that our birthright?
Absolutely.
It
I agree
is.
with that.
And so on that note, we'd like to thank you all for joining us on
Friendship Fridays.